Hey, let's talk Gillette. What's happening in Gillette? Next week on July 22nd is a Gillette City Council meeting. Before we get to the agenda, let's take a look at some other City of Gillette happenings in the next week or two. Since this City Council meeting will be a week later than usual, it'll also be the same night as City Planning. City Planning meetings take place on the second and fourth Tuesdays of the month at 5:15 in the second floor community room, and air live on GPA channel 192. Usually. But since the City Council meeting has been moved to the same night, I decided to move the City Planning meeting to channel 190 instead, on the off chance that City Planning's one item somehow takes 45 minutes, which is possible, but unlikely. So the City Planning Commission meeting will still be at 5:15 on the fourth Tuesday of the month in the second floor community room at City Hall, but if you'd like to watch it on TV, tune into GPA channel 190 instead. The next City Council meeting, I mean the one after the one on July 22nd, the one that would usually be on August 5th, will be one day early, on Monday, August 4th. This is so the council can participate in the National Night Out event. National Night Out is an annual community building campaign that promotes police, community partnerships, and neighborhood camaraderie to make our neighborhoods safer, more caring places to live. National Night Out enhances the relationships between neighbors and law enforcement while bringing back a true sense of community. Furthermore, it provides a great opportunity to bring police and neighbors together under positive circumstances. Millions of neighbors take part in National Night Out across thousands of communities from all 50 states, U.S. territories, and military bases worldwide on the first Tuesday in August. Here's what's on the July 22nd City Council agenda. There's a special event permit for a neighborhood barbecue near Federal Avenue on August 2nd. There are a couple of optional 1% sales tax supported projects on the agenda. Council will consider the acceptance of public improvements for the 2025 Large Patch Project and award a bid for the 2025 Gurley Overpass Deck Injection Repairs Project. The Overpass Deck Injection Repairs Project is one the city does annually. After the bridge inspection identifies the problem areas on the aging bridge, the spots where the concrete is separating from the bridge deck, this project is to treat those spots before they can become major issues. Holes are drilled into the deck, then the gaps are filled with an epoxy that then needs to cure. The Gurley Overpass has to be closed during this process, but they haven't said when that'll be yet. For updates on the bridge closure, keep an eye on the City of Gillette social media feeds, or I'll probably announce it on this podcast as soon as I hear about it. There will be second readings of the ordinances to amend Chapters 7 and 18 of the City Code. One item from the July 8th Planning Commission meeting, Council will consider an ordinance to combine two residential lots over near the rec center into one big lot. The plan is for the owners to build a house that was too large to fit on one lot, so they got two and are combining them. During the annual boiler inspection and cleaning out at the wastewater plant, it was recommended that two of the boiler stacks be replaced, and Council will consider a quote award to do so at this meeting. The City Hall and Police Department Elevator Modernization Project is ready for Council to accept its public improvements, meaning if you wanted to, you could come try out the two shiny new elevators at City Hall. Did you know, apparently, when they install an elevator, they test it by dropping it down the shaft. I was out of City Hall when they did it, but I heard it was loud and terrifying. Council will consider authorizing the mayor to sign an agreement with the Wyoming Department of Transportation for the Port of Entry Water Main Improvements Project. Apparently, there was no way for the city to accept things from WYDOT, like the way the city accepts water mains from the developers of subdivisions, hence this contract. It will allow the city to take over the newly replaced water main under the Port of Entry. In a similar vein, Council will consider accepting a general utility easement for 3000 Powder Basin Avenue. There's a development project going in there, just off of Lakeway, and part of it includes extending the water and sewer mains. The city needs the easement so that it can take ownership of the new water and sewer lines when the development is finished. The bids for the building intended to house the Trap Neuter Release Program to manage the city's population of stray cats all came in much higher than expected. So at this meeting, Council will consider voting to reject all of the bids. I think after that, city staff will respec the project and try again. Council will consider Amendment Number 2 to the Professional Services Agreement for Construction Management associated with the Gillette Regional Water Supply Project Phase 3. The project has run long, but is expected to be completed in August, and this item is to cover the additional construction management costs for the extra time. Another amendment number 2, this one to an agreement with the Wyoming Department of Health, that allows them to collect samples of, and I quote, well-mixed, untreated wastewater. Because that's a mental image I think we all needed. I hope none of you were listening to this over dinner or something. They don't collect it just to be gross. It's used to help track the spread of bacteria or viruses of concern. This amendment will allow the Wyoming Department of Health to keep doing that, since they've been doing it since October of 2023. That's a brief look at the July 22nd meeting. You can find the agenda on the city website, gillettewy.gov, and click on any item in the agenda to get a deeper explanation of the topic and see any supporting documentation. Sign up to receive meeting notices by clicking on the email updates link in the description of this episode. City Council meetings are broadcast live on GPA TV cable channel 192, as well as streaming online at gillettewy.gov/GPA, where you can also find past meetings archived. Let's Talk Gillette is a production of Gillette Public Access Television and the City of Gillette. For more information on city operations, visit the city's website, gillettewy.gov, or follow the City of Gillette on Facebook or Instagram.